When I first bought a narrowboat, I thought I'd be running through fields of flowers holding hands with fate. But it turns out that every corner I was being charged. I wasn't very happy with the cost of everything. I became very confused at why the bills were so high. Then I became completely shocked. I couldn't understand it. I became angry at all the bills I was getting. I was spending more and more. Then I became very simple-minded. And then I became very dopey. In the end, I became very serious about it, and I really enjoyed it. Welcome to NarrowboatWill.
I do apologise about my friend there. It can be very silly at times. Wonderful, wonderful sunsets. The beautiful colours. Just so remarkable. Just sitting here looking at this.
Previously, in the last action-packed episode, I managed to get some water. That's about it, really.
I've got some water. It's very muggy, but it's dry. The sun's gone in. It's going to rain probably tomorrow, apparently. We're heading to the Wissey now. W-I-S-S-E-Y. Wissey. Got a bit of rain. You know, I sat there for hours and hours. And I said to myself, right, it's going to get some water. And everybody piled onto the water point. And now I'm cruising. It started raining after all this dry period. It's cool though. It's cooling it down. Beautiful. It's still beautiful. I don't care. Still lovely. I think Mrs. Minefield told me that there are moorings on the Wissey, so if it starts getting heavy, I'll just pull over. More there, couldn't you? It's not a problem. Once it turned, I think it's the end of summer, to be honest, end of the hot sun anyway, I think. Of course, we're in the middle of August now. That boat there is almost grown into the bank, isn't it? Wow. There's a little bit of cutting back, that one, doesn't it? Going left onto the Wissey. Ten and a half miles of navigable waterway. Very narrow compared to the rest. Hope it's navigable. Of course it will be. It's more like a stream than a river. Imagine at one point there were some nice moorings along here. Not now. Train spotters! Just about half a mile in, or it could be a mile. There's some moorings, lovely little moorings on the left. So it's forecast rain, so I've just pulled over, and it is raining a lot. So in I go, kettle on.
The wonderful thing about these fens is the long, big skies, the big distance you can see. You know, it's not marred by any buildings or anything. It's beautiful. You get these magical sunsets. Isn't that wonderful? Something to behold, isn't it? And it's good for the heart.
You can hear that. Planes going over, making a right racket, and the birds are all getting twitchy. Oh, I've been here one night. Oh, it's lovely. The sun's in, but it's very hot still, very warm. Beautiful, quiet, peaceful. Apart from those planes, wow, they are loud. Set all the car alarms off. That's how loud they are. let's crack on, see what's down here. Another adventure. Hey, just gotta get these off. I usually keep the rope on and then use the rope to pull them out if I can with one hand. Yeah, no, I can't. I need to turn it off. Oh, Jesus, they're solid. Gotta get all this bank's collapsed here, so you've got to be careful. I need to walk on. Let's get this one out. This one might come out. Ooh, there you go. Just use the rope to pull it out, you see. All these little tips and hints that I make up that don't make any sense. Hey. Right. Let's crack on. Oh no. Just hope it doesn't brush everything off. Oh, I've got my hat. My hat. Right. The coffee back. The hat back. And on we go. Nice cool spot under that tree there. Lovely. Cracking moorings just further down here as well. Oh, there's moorings everywhere. It's beautiful. It's a very overgrown stretch. It's more like a very tight canal than a river. A very beautiful day. It's very, that sun, believe it or not, it's very hot behind that cloud. Still very warm. A bit of wind, nothing major. Very, very pleasant journey so far. Only been at it 10 minutes. Alright, I'll tell you in about an hour. We get very tight down here, you know, these tight, do you want to meet another boat coming the other way? It says with a boat turning up. Very tight. What on earth has happened here then? It's a full narrowboat. It's got loads of stuff in it still. What a shame. What a shame. It's been there a while, that has. All the windows. It's all the windows. Oh. The vents are good still, look, have those. Chimney breast is still good, look, get that off. That's a full narrowboat. It's just amazing, isn't it, how what's happened. Oh dear, what a shame. I always feel quite sad when I see a sunken boat. It's strange, isn't it? It's like seeing something dead, you know. It's all that happiness is just gone underwater. All those happy memories and holidays and people laughing and going for nature walks and taking their dogs for walks and sitting on the back talking, all that, you know, it's just sitting there on the bottom sad. It's a proper narrowboat as well, shame. I think there's quite a few boats down here now, so it's slow growing all the way to get past. Like another sad ending, doesn't it, to a boat buried away in there. Been used for a long time. Great name. The leaves are falling. Oh no! It's only August. The leaves are falling. Bridge this is. I don't know, no signs or anything, so unnamed bridge. Public moorings here, it says. Very nice, isn't it? Look at this, look, not lovely. Lovely sight, that. Lovely view. Oh, lovely. member of this society in this country. The water is very clear. See that or not from the glare? Wow, about 6 foot down, it's clear. These are the sorts of places you really want to spend your summers. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful, really charming. Like an old mill that's been converted. What a beautiful conversion that is. Look at the surrounding. What a beautiful place. Got the original windows, look, and everything, all the same design. Oh, lovely. My first bit of serious weed contending with. Come on, boy, we can do this. We've done it before. Just hoping it stays, hoping it's on the surface and not underneath. That's right, push it out, road, come on. Slowing down a bit. Oh, spaghetti. Oh, come on, baby. Engine's slowing down a bit. Get through this. Oh dear. No. Clear the prop. Well, we're now getting very narrow. Quite weedy. Oh dear, let's go for it. Wasn't too bad, that's fine. It's okay. A nice open bit now. I think this is the sugar beet factory down here. Looming in the distance. No smells coming from it yet. I used to work in a sweet factory when I was about from 18, I think I was. 16 to 18. A couple of years of making sweets. Oh, lollipops, fudge, beautiful. Spotty face kid, it really helped my spots, didn't it? All that creamy fudge. Oh, heaven. From all the byproduct from that factory, they grow thousands of tomatoes or something. I'll find out. We've got these massive greenhouses. bridge that feeds all those greenhouses, you know, with the gas they need. Need quite a high CO2 count to grow things in a greenhouse. Gardeners will tell you that. 1,000 parts per million of CO2. And at the current moment around the Earth, we're about 400 parts per million around the Earth. So CO2 around the Earth is quite low, according to Patrick Moore, who is an activist. We've got these massive tubes feeding into that factory. Great way to get to work, wouldn't it? Oh mate, jump on your bobsleigh, got to slide into work down a tunnel. Oh great. All these funny smells coming now. Oh, cheesy feet. Cheesy feet smell. It's like a sort of a burnt sugar smell. I hope it gets nicer. Oh, oh! Now this. Oh, it's definitely sugar beet smells going off here. Oh, blimey! Oh, we've got two directions here, right? I'm sure it's the right direction. That's a serious bit of kit. This is. Beautiful big lake here. Get up to it. Wow, that is stunning. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, it just widens up into these massive lakes. It's amazing. Don't think for a minute just go wandering off all over the place, because you can't. Still got to stick down the channel. It's just still a river, you know. It's all shallow over there. Beautiful. Wow. A little tiny river into this big lake. A lovely little scene there, isn't it? Little lily pad heaven. I thought it was that way up there, but I think you got to go. Got to go left here. I hope so. Anyway. Yeah. Can't be that way. It's too narrow. Yeah, it's got to be this way, surely. That looks better to me. Very pretty. I've just stopped here for a toilet break and a cup of coffee. My God, it's so peaceful. It's painful to the ears.
Just looking out the window and I saw this dragonfly laying her eggs. Amazing, isn't it? Silly enough now, she's off shopping at Aldi. Done a bit.
It looks like we got ourselves an aqueduct here.
That natural,
Human. Natural. Humans.
should get a good signal here then, right below it.
Here comes the sluice.
Guillotine sluice. Quite a flow on from that. look at. I think we're coming to the end now. We'll turn around somewhere down here. Let's find out. Not the boats are stuck on the bottom, he's telling me. Guy back there said, "Did you get through all right?" I said, "Yeah, not a problem. Plenty of water in." This is Grange Farm Touring Park. Very nice. No mooring, so I'm going to turn around and go back. Slipway airlock. Alright, lovely. Bloody hell, they're digging it out, and it's going to put in, water's going to go into a marina. I better get in there before this water goes down. It's going to breach. Sight, isn't it? Look at that willow. Turnaround point somewhere. The blokes say, "Oh, it's quite shallow, but you might be alright." Oh god, that might be alright, kind of thing. What is this place? It's quite interesting. Yeah, I need to turn here. It started raining now, hey? Oh, I keep getting so much rain. What's going off? It's had rain for 8 weeks. Now I'm moaning about the rain. Right, better concentrate. Very shallow. I think I should be alright. Turning. I think I should be alright turning. Just a turn, I think. Just deep enough, you know. It's a lovely little cottage thing there. I don't know what it is. It's just deep enough to turn. What's the Wissey done? A lot of the boats are on the bottom. They can't move. I'm waiting for the rains to come, you know. I'm hoping it's a slipway here. See about some blacking, maybe. That's the early stages of the marina. The chap was telling me that they can't get me in for another month. The water's too low. They can't get a boat off the trailer because they can't get into the water, it's too low. Oh no, so it's going to be a month or so before I can get in. I said, nah, don't worry about it. 250 quid to get me out, which is cheap enough. And 250 to paint it. I do it myself, and £100 for the paint. So it would have cost me about 350, 400 quid. A bargain. This is precious. Cracking little place. He said this river's full of brown trout and salmon. He said, I'm sure he said salmon, rainbow trout, and some other trout. Beautiful point there, look. I can't tell whether it's old or whether it's got gas shock, so it must be a fairly modern one on the rear. Could be an old Bonnie. Can't quite tell. It's like a Bonnie engine. Beautiful, isn't it? Nantwich there, look, he's a bit of away from his home, isn't he? There, Rippeth. I can't stop here because, well, the moorings are too shallow anyway, whether you want to stop or not. Very pretty houses, aren't they, around here? Very pretty area. Back now, it's chucking it down, but I'm going back. It's still very warm. This is a very lovely aqueduct. Can't see a lot, but it's beautifully constructed. Lots of sluices and racing pigeons. Beautiful. back today to those moorings I was at this morning, weather permitting. It doesn't look like heavy rain. Just managed to wild moor. Look at that for a view, look. Oh, it's a lovely little mooring. I thought it was too shallow, but it seems to be rocking. If your boats are rocking, don't come and knock it now. If it's rocking, you know it's deep enough, look. See that? Excellent. Right, this is it for the night, I think. This is my, I've got 2 spikes in. The middle one's quite loose. I don't want it pulling in tight to the bank, so I left it quite loose. And the back one's fairly loose as well. In case the river drops. Hey? Mate! You took your time, didn't you? What do you think to that River Wissey then? It's Wissey. I call it Wissey. No, I'm not I'm not a sissy, mate. On the Wissey. What do you think to that turnaround at the end? You know what? I'm not a psycho at all. It's deep, plenty deep enough. I couldn't have got grounded, mate. I know what I'm doing, alright? Thank you very much. You enjoy the scenery. Alright, Ripper. Enjoy the lovely scenery. Things I notice when I'm just sitting there watching nature. It's like a little city of, I want to call them water fleas or something. They just mill around, they interact for a couple of seconds and they're off. And there's all the beautiful colours of that lot. Wow. Oh, damn it. Beautiful blue dragonfly then. Never seen a blue one. Plenty of brown ones. Must have been a male or something. Anyway, these little city of water fleas, they seem to mill around on the water. I don't know what they are. There's a whole civilization of them. You always notice these things, you do. I know. I'm sitting looking. Why? See what I mean? Little explosion then of. It's absolutely peaceful and quiet here. And you've got the flies that fly around each other right there. I don't know what they're doing. They seem to interact with each other. And they create these loops and figure of eights. And they just do it for hours. And where do they get the energy from? What do they live on, you know? Oh, there's a little tussle going off there then. It's like a little battle going off there. It's really weird. Nature is so fascinating. It's because I don't watch TV anymore, this is it, because I'm just more observant around me, you know. I sit looking out the window or out the front, watching this stuff. Oh, you're bloody boring, you are. Oh, if that's boring then, I'll take it. Thank you. There's a monster spider. I don't care what you say, that is massive. Okay, so I've now done the channel. Done that. Great Ooze Relief channel. I've now done the Wissey. I'm now going back down. I'm doing the, hopefully get to Brandon. Because apparently it's shallow, so I had a bit of rain yesterday. And then on to, where are we? Then on to Cambridge. I've also got a silver propeller challenge there, lot. So silver propeller here. I've got one over